me 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Check yourself, baby. Good job, baby. Good stop, D. Good stop. Now let's go. Blue line.
On second down, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Tempo.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now on first, Dixon again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Shotgun.
Now Wilson on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Clear, clear. 380. 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
0, 0.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. They set up the screen to Petty. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They come out here in the eye. Penny will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. To throw on second down is Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's third down. Darnold down to throw. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front, that's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
They run with Hunt. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he spins through. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This time Wilson will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Thomas has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Wilson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Shotgun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Alert. 3 down. Check 50.
They'll run. It's Dixon going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
play fake, and it's Darnold going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Darnold. Anunu's got it, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Bailey able to knock it through. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Called in by Anderson, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Hakeem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll run it again with Penny. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we... Oh, no! Lost the football! But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mixon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. The 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Akeem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
3-15.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Wilson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A handoff to Penny. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? He's back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.